Hello, good evening, and thank you for tuning back in to Poem Praise 2. Certainly, while we were apart from each other, peace and blessings upon you. And next, for our extraordinary African Americans, is Mary Church Terrell, a civil rights activist and educator. During the time period of 1863 to 1954, and it reads as such. Now, the same murders that started Ida Wells Barnett on her anti-lynching crusade triggered a change in the life of Mary Church Terrell. One of the murdered victims had been her close friend. When Terrell heard the news, she called on Frederick Douglass to help arrange a meeting with President Benjamin Harrison. Together, Terrell and Douglass pleaded with Harrison to condemn lynching in his annual message to Congress. When he refused, Terrell took it upon herself to begin a lifelong struggle to wipe out lynchings, racism, and sexism. Terrell was a daughter of Robert Church, a former slave whose extensive real estate investments had made him the first African American millionaire in Memphis. In 1884, she graduated from Oberlin College in Ohio. She went on to get her advanced degree in 1888. Much to the displeasure of her father, who thought women should not work. Terrell became an instructor at Wilberforce University. He disinherited me, said Terrell, because I went to Wilberforce to teach. I was told that no man would want to marry a woman who studied higher mathematics. I said, I'd take a chance. Now, as it turned out, in 1891, she married Robert Terrell, who later became the first African American judge in the municipal court of the District of Columbia. In 1895, Terrell was appointed to the Board of Education in Washington, D.C., becoming the first African American woman in the country to hold such a position. Now, in spite of her personal success, Terrell faced an uphill battle because many people felt women were intellectually and emotionally inferior to men. Terrell worked closely with white suffragette leaders Susan B. Anthony and Jane Addams. They were campaigning to win passage of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, which would give women the right to vote. It was a rocky alliance. The white suffrage groups were often quick to ignore or deny African Americans rights if they felt that fighting for blacks would cost them support, especially in the South. The entry of the United States into World War I in 1917 had a major impact on African American women. As many whites entered the Army or found better paying jobs in defense industries, thousands of blacks moved north to take their place. Although the pay was better in the North, blacks generally did not have the protection of the largely white organized labor movement. To improve working conditions and obtain equal treatment for African American women, Terrell helped form the Women Wage Earners Association. It organized African American domestic workers, waitresses, nurses, and tobacco steamers. She also helped establish the National Association of Colored Women, NACW, and was a founder of the NAACP. Terrell remained active all her life. At age 86, she became a 3-year battle. Now, she began a 3-year battle against the American Association of University Women because they refused to admit African American women. She also led an economic boycott of Washington, D.C. department stores that refused to serve African Americans. Even at age 90, she was marching at the head of a picket line to end segregation in restaurants. Now, Terrell demanded respect, not only for herself, but also for African American women everywhere. At a time when women as a group were treated with condescension and African American women with contempt, Terrell was one of the few voices raised on their behalf. Certainly like to thank you for your attention and for tuning in to Poem Praise 2 while we were talking about Mary Church Terrell, a civil rights activist and educator during the period of 1863 to 1954. Next on our list of extraordinary African Americans is Matthew Alexander Henson. He's an explorer during the time period of 1866 to 1955. So certainly please stay tuned, and that is who's going to be coming up next. Certainly if it's in thy will. So in a minute, and I will be speaking with you soon. But while we're not speaking with each other, or you're not listening to me, certainly be blessed. All right? Later.